Before we start playing, let me ask you guys a couple of questions, because I want to know where you're coming from. You're sitting principal right now. What do you feel that your responsibility is in this excerpt?
To be able to lead the entrances, and also those sforzandos, where exactly to place it in the bow, and yeah.
Good. So it's really like subtle body language. You know, you want to make sure that there's no rushing in there. It's so subtle, you know, but you guys as section players right now, what do you look for from that chair?
Body
You
language.
you kind of tuned into it, right?
Yeah.
How about where you need to be in the bow?
Mm-hmm.
That's a really big deal. That's a big responsibility, because, you know, from where I'm sitting there, I look across and I see a lot of violins and not in the same part of the bow. And that's with American orchestras, you know, it's a variety of string training in America. And, you know, Vienna or Berlin, you get a lot of people at the same string school, and so it doesn't come up as often. So I don't have any of my string counterparts here with me today, but when we do talk, we will make observations. You know, the concertmaster will say to me, you know, I see a lot of people like hanging around up here when you're down here, or I see a lot of like late responses in whatever rhythmic figure you guys have. Or, you know, we'll get behind the violins if we have a rhythmic ostinato kind of thing, and either they're not listening to us, or we're just charging ahead, or we're lagging behind, stuff like that. Rhythm is like, I would say it's one of the big responsibilities of sitting in that chair, not only for the section, but also because so many of the wind and brass players often have tunes against what we have rhythmically. So while it's important to be a little bit of a rhythm police, it's also really important to be flexible. Because often they can't hear you going da 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 da. They're just playing their tunes. If they're, you know, locked in, they'll watch bows. So that's even more important, that we're all in the same part of the bow together. All right. So just wanted to impart that before we start playing together. All right. Two. About like. Like that. One. Good, very good. Okay, so the spots that are going to be really important are something like that one, that next entrance. So if you can feel that eighth note, and all of you, I would say I'm a big proponent of body movement. I like to feel that I can move, and you know, since I'm sitting in that chair, I can move a lot, which I love, but I also love for people to move with me. It's also easier for everyone else to see you. So don't be afraid to get your body involved. It is my view. Some people don't like that, so it's important to communicate with whoever you end up sitting next to in whatever orchestra you end up with, or even now here, like what's your comfort level with body movement, because I like it, or I don't do much, but it doesn't bother me if you move, you know, but it's not an art that for stillness, I just feel like it's not serving the rhythm all that well. You know, wind and brass players take a breath in. We don't have that. So what do? It's something like that. Da-da-da-da-dum, bum, ba-da-da-da-dum. So if you can all breathe together, that was one section. C. So I would do more, you know, and I often find that moving forward actually is something that can be read from behind you rather than this. You know, sometimes if you have this, or if you want to da-da-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-da, you want to convey mounting tension without rushing. That's hard. So you might get a little bit more emphatic so that it keeps the brakes on. All right? Let's try it one more time. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here, that one too. That's really hard. That may seem extreme, but just, and the other, because you're doing down, down, up, down, up, down. Catching the 4 16ths in a row is tricky. I would just say, I'm not so worried about the texture of that, you know, the crispness of it. I'm more interested in the eighth notes being super articulate. All right, let's try that one more time. 1, 2. Sorry, that's hard. Da-da-da-da, coming off of that's hard, right? I would say, you know, there's not that much space between all of you. This is a pretty good way of being bunched together. Is this like how it is when you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good. So you can really see each other a lot. That's really nice. Better than in a row, which is what we have. And so we definitely get a lag between the back to the front. But you guys can really work together in this configuration, which is great. So. Da, 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 da. How are we going to do that? I guess I would give a big, like, try it. Yeah, you got to start right there. I'll give you 2 bars. 1, 2. That one too. Yeah, good, very good. So going across the string, some of you are, it's not all lining up in those, the string crossings. Those are always going to be the most difficult to align. And what else? Yeah. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. All of you are really excellent musicians. You have really good ears. Yes, there is a conductor there, but the music is not coming from the baton. It's coming from all of you, right? So if you think, yup, bum, 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 you're going to want a little diminuendo there, just because that's a musical thing to do. So if you all do it, internalize it, and do it yourself. If you do it, your stem partner's going to do it. If you show, you show the beginning of the bar and then a little bit of a retreat with your body language, hopefully you'll all be tuned into that. All right, so let's take it from That one, which sounds excellent, by the way. Very good, all of you. So bar 59. 1, 2. One more time. That's no rushing, okay? 1, 2. No, sorry. Bum, 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 bum. Those have to be more clarity. Remember, it made such a difference at the beginning when you went dun, da, 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 dun, 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 da, da, da. It made a really big difference. So let's keep those. It also keeps it in check rhythmically, but it gives it a textural profile, which is really important. Da, 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 da. And don't ever forget to let the harmonic underpinnings, that's what drives you. Da, 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 da. I want to hear the difference between the E natural and the E flat. Da, da. Okay, C. Pick up to bar after C. 1, 2. Sorry, I should have said this before. You want to create a little bit of an expectation. That's how you get the harmonic up. So give me some sparkle in that upbeat. 1, 2. Yeah, and let that just, and vibrate those little notes. You guys sound awesome. Sounds really, really good. Good job. This is hard because you can't do that, or you're going to be behind your whole section. But you want to be able to telegraph energy. Dum bum bum ba da da da. How do you do that? Really, especially when it's like your fourth one in a row, and you're like, okay, I like Mendelssohn, but really, So you have to have that same kind of. And all of you, it's helpful for me if I hear behind me active, energetic playing that lines up with the section, which you're doing really well. So I think that's the measure of that one.
If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe for classical music performances and educational videos each week. You can check out another video by clicking the thumbnail on screen. To watch full concerts, visit media.nws.edu.